Hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back as we continue again the second battle to prevent the British from succeeding in a naval invasion of Maine, because for whatever reason they're doing a naval invasion of Maine. Again. So we are basically down now to just our battleships, basically, for the combat. And they're mostly running out of ammunition. We've only managed to sink a single enemy battleship, at least officially, so far. A number of them probably should sink, realistically. It's just, they're refusing to do it. I mean, okay, so that Rodney is said to be sinking, and it's traveling at 5 knots, so it might actually be sinking, I'm not sure. Let's see if it actually moves. It's still trying to move, yeah. It might need a couple more shots in it to finally realize that it's supposed to be dead. Oh no, okay, now we have 2. Okay, we got a Drake now, finally. We have an Anson and a Drake. We did lose a battleship of our own, the Nevada. A torpedo. It managed to hit the magazine and just blow the whole ship up. And the Michigan currently has a fire raging on it, which is kind of annoying. I'm actually going to break the Michigan off. I want to minimize it getting any serious damage. Montana, do you got a shot for a torpedo at literally anything? I don't care what it is or how far away. No, you don't. Come on. Okay, here we go, here we go. See, you got a shot on that Rodney? Take it. Just try it. You guys reload, apparently. As I mentioned before, I did not realize that submerged torpedoes can reload, though my understanding is submerged torpedoes do have increased flooding risk. So, that's something to be wary of. I think it's more so if you get hit and you have submerged torpedoes, there is an increased risk of flooding. Okay, looks like their battleships are fleeing now, finally. We're gonna give chase at least as much as possible. We want to do as much damage as possible. The more damage we do, the longer they're gonna be out of action. It's that simple. Oh, please, Michigan, don't sink. And Huron's gonna go back north because the enemy has, yet again, adjusted their course. Now that the enemy seems to be... Nope, screw you, destroyer. Now that the enemy seems to be, finally, for once, retreating, since they seem to pretty much unanimously be heading south-ish. New Jersey, you have your torpedo, so I'm going to tell you to go right up to this Royal Sovereign. Nice, big torpedo hug. Oh, really? Well, you might actually be able to hit if you aim for that Rodney, actually, so give it a shot. You never know. No, it didn't do it. No, God, don't go north. I want you guys to leave. Okay, Michigan seems to be getting its fire under control ever so slowly. You say sinking, but I don't trust you yet. You're traveling at 5 knots for whatever reason, but I think it's because you guys are together and the lead one is traveling at a measly 5 knots. New Jersey is linking up with the Montana. Do you have a shot at the Anson, though, as you make this turn? You do. Take it. And you missed, because of course you did. I mean, they still have a shit ton of ships. Ah, god damn it, your fire's spread again. I know. You guys are almost out of ammo. I'm pretty sure we've sunk enough of the transports, but I can't say for certain. I'm gonna put you guys in line abreast for once. I don't normally do this with my ships. It's just not really my thing. Yeah, that Rodney is actually heavily damaged, and the other one is, in theory, heavily damaged. Michigan, how you doing? I need you to get that damn fire under control. The thing I need you to focus on is getting that fire under control. Forget shooting. Who's Division 11? Oh, that's the Michigan. Was I calling you the Montana? I think I was. I still have torpedoes on my battleships, except for the Connecticut, because it doesn't have torpedoes as a design. Because I designed the ship with the intent for it to, you know, not get engaged with the enemy. You guys are heading northeast-ish, which would indicate you're maybe heading to New Brunswick. I mean, you guys are all cruisers, so yeah, go home. Go to New Brunswick. This is fine with me. What's this Royal Sovereign doing? Why is it going so slow? I mean, it's taking damage, that's probably why, but still. Not a big fan of it slowing down. You guys gotta slow down again. You get your fire. You finally got your fire under control. Wonderful. You guys are going home. You're at basically 50% hull. Not a fan of you guys. Like, what the hell are they doing? Like, 1 minute they're heading south, and the next they're heading west or north or whatever. But it's almost as if they don't quite know what direction they want to be heading in. Which is kind of annoying to me. Makes my job a bit harder. Guys, adjusting your formation finally? I'm trying to figure out what you guys are doing, because I know I told you to adjust your formation, but now is when you finally decide to do it? Also, the Connecticut is currently on fire, so I'm gonna have to take care of that. You have a torpedo on that. Delaware, do you happen to have one as well? You would, potentially. Ah, just barely missed it. Anna. I don't know what you're doing. Or not. God, why do I keep calling the Michigan the Montana? I really don't know why. You're gonna potentially have some issues. You guys should not be right on top of each other. I told you line abreast, which does not mean be right on top of each other. But I'm kind of getting the feeling that my guys don't quite understand what line abreast means for the guys in the battleships. Let's try switching them back to line ahead. No, night's not coming. It's just... the game does this sometimes where it decides, I'm gonna change the color of the water to a darker shade of blue, because why not? Ooh, those fires in the Connecticut are really spreading. I'm not a fan of that. We're breaking the Connecticut off. That I can focus on managing it on its own. And of course also, as a result, minimize it getting shot at least as much as I possibly can. Illinois is out of ammo for guns that bear. Only its aft has ammo left. Doesn't surprise me in the least. Don't know why. Like, are these guys gonna try and make it to Bermuda? Because that's... you're not quite heading the right direction. You're like about halfway in the right direction. Come on, Connecticut, I need you. Sort out your ammo, or your fire. Because your structure ain't holding up so hot. Guys gotta slow down even more. That Rodney's on fire, wonderful. Speaking of fire, Connecticut, you're still failing miserably to get the damn thing under control. Where is the fire? I don't think I'll know because I'm pretty sure it just says fire spread. I don't think it actually will ever give me a location of the fire. Yeah, so I got no idea where the hell the fire is. They're failing miserably at putting it out wherever it is. Any torpedoes. I don't care if it's likely to hit. I really just want you guys to fire at this point. Well, those guys are all outside your range anyway. Yeah. Let's, if they're going to be outside your range, let's turn in on them. Maybe you'll manage to get yourself a shot. Have a shot on that Royal Oak. You know what? Try it. You might just be surprised. Yeah, that ain't gonna hit. Not that I really expected it to be honest. I said I kind of wanted you guys to just basically take any shot you had. A little surprised that they don't have that many disabled turrets. Presumably they should be running out of ammo now as well. Connecticut still fails miserably at the whole firefighting thing. Probably doesn't help that I've pushed the crew out when they hadn't even finished their workup. So, you know, that's a thing. You know what? I'm gonna send you after those guys. Just chase them. I think that's another battleship. And fire has spread. It's up to 6 now on the Connecticut. I don't think the Connecticut's gonna make it. Despite my attempts. Montana has more than 50% flotation. Yeah, Montana, you need to get out of there now too. Honestly, so should the New Jersey. The New Jersey, it's not going to go back home on its own because, of course, AI stupidity. Well, you don't call it AI, you call it AS because it's AI stupidity. Or rather, artificial stupidity. Typically doesn't do a particularly great job at the whole. Game says he's singing and on fire. I'm not particularly inclined to believe that, especially when you say he's traveling at around about 10 knots, or at least that's what you're reporting. Ohio is on its own now. You guys are gonna turn. Get the magnificent. And Connecticut is sunk. Could not get the fire under control. Oh, Arizona. Do you have a shot at anything? Illinois reports absolutely 0 targets, period, which is definitely not true. Wish I could group the Ohio with the Illinois. I don't know if you lost sight of your target or did he sink and I'm just not seeing the wreckage. I don't think that's the case. I'm seeing still only the break and the ants in there, so your target managed to escape you somehow. I think these guys are heading home now, and it is annoying. We're just gonna keep chasing them. Although admittedly we have like no ammo in our forward guns. And by no I mean we have none actually. Yep, just keep firing. Basically you guys are just gonna use up all the ammo you have and then I'm just gonna send you home. Michigan has a little bit of ammo left, but it's just gonna go home. There's no point in it continuing. Really, Montana? How the hell did you get on fire? Nothing is shooting at you. How the hell did you manage to catch fire? I've never seen a ship catch fire on its own. In this game. I will tell you that right now. I have never seen that happen before. All fires that I've ever seen have required you to be getting shot at. Is it? No, it's still day, but our guys just can't see anything anymore because of all the smoke, I'm assuming is the issue. I know I was seeing the last part, some people were reporting issues with smoke. Though none of them seem to be reporting it now. Not seeing the thing here about sighting range being decreased as a result of too much smoke, but I am assuming that's the issue. You guys have to be very low on ammo. Yeah, your forward gun's not firing, so I'm pretty sure they're in the same situation as us, where we only have our aft guns. And even that is not a whole lot left, all things considered. The Arizona and Delaware are down to firing high explosive. Means attempting to set these ships on fire. And the Illinois is not that far behind. The Ohio still has a little bit of AP left, but not much. Montana, you managed to get your fire under control. Wonderful. Okay. Oh, Illinois. Never mind. Illinois' rear turret just got disabled. I was about to say. Apparently I need to readjust the heading slightly, but no. But yeah, we're not really doing anything to these guys anymore. And you're down to firing HE. At this point, because we're down to firing HE, we basically will do nothing to each other. Arizona's out of ammo completely. Delaware has 7 more shots left, but its rear turret is currently disabled. I'm going to keep the Arizona there, just so that they have something else to shoot at rather than just the Delaware. Make it a little bit less likely the Delaware sinks. Illinois managed to get its rudder fixed. Wonderful. Come on, Delaware. I need you to get that turret back up. You have literally one turret that you have to care about. You can completely ignore the forward turret right now. Oh, where are you guys going? Here you go. There, turret back in action finally. Ah, we set one of their ships on fire. Yes! Ohio, you got anything left? 21 shots. Go back north. Got some more guys for you to shoot at. Assuming you can catch up, of course. We need to sink more of their battleships. And Delaware is completely out of ammo now. I'm gonna keep them there just so I keep sight. So I don't think the Illinois is catching up. Well, it's catching up on this Anson that's on fire, but I can't tell if it's catching up on the Rodney and Royal Sovereign. I'm really hoping they didn't manage to just drop off their troops. And yet again, it looks like they're running away. Do you guys still have any secondary ammo? No, you have tertiary ammo though. Can't tell if you're firing your tertiary guns though. I think you might be. No, I don't think you are actually, because at the very least it's not being reported. Montana had flooding. Oh, good thing they managed to apparently get it under control. Oh, they still got flooding. God damn, okay. Slow down even further. Need you to catch up. That Anson, I don't know what it was doing. But sadly, it's no longer on fire. Okay, well, I'm going to take the Delaware and Arizona out. Is there an, oh, and the Ohio can actually head south now. Whoops. Kind of forgot about it. Oh, no. Illinois. I'm not trying to... I'm trying to get the Illinois to continue the fight because the other guys... Okay, why do you do this to me? I should just be allowed to detach them, period. I'm not wanting them to go back to base. Okay. That's not what I'm looking for. I just want to detach them. Because the Illinois still has shots. Not much, mind you, but it still has something. Screw it, we're just gonna go back home. I think we sunk enough of the transports that they're not gonna be able to make a successful landing. We have literally no ammo for the most part. I mean, there's a couple of shots here and there for some of those battleships, namely the Illinois and Ohio, but basically everybody's out of ammo. Now, at this point, we're basically just sort of trying to throw pots and pans at them. Montana, you need to get that last little bit of flooding under control so I can tell you to go full speed. Well, close as you can get to full speed. Yes. Okay, I won. Two battleships, heavily damaged 4, medium damaged 3, lightly damaged 6. Could have been better. I will say that. $10,000 for us. Wonderful. New docks completed. 700-ton DD, or 700-ton displacement destroyers. So, game, you said I gained 10,000 victory points for that. I don't think it went up 10,000 though. Did it? I don't think it did. Oh well, continue upgrading our shipyards. We still have basically no leeway in terms of victory points, so we still can't quite manage to force a white peace or anything. I will say that I am at this point, because this war is very clearly not going to go in anybody's favor, okay? If they're going to keep attempting invasions of Maine, I'm going to continue to successfully repulse them. As a result, they're going to continue to fail to gain any significant lead in victory points. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're just gonna say that a white peace happened. So give me one moment. Okay, welcome back. So, like I said, I went ahead and just ended the war by editing the save file. The war just, it wasn't going to go anywhere at this point. It was obvious, in my opinion, to anybody who's paying attention. So yeah. I did forget to pause my timer while I was doing that, so we're going to let this run just a little bit longer than when my timer goes off. I also set their tensions down to 0 just to guarantee. No territory changed hands, because like I said, it was very clearly going to be just a white piece. The war was going to keep going and going until, well, nothing really happened. So set the corvettes, excuse me, back to foreign station. Now have time to, you know, get out of Wyoming or two. Thank you for the free. Mexico finally commissioned. Get the Frederick out. 2 for now. Or maybe more than that, because that number's not accurate down there, game. Let's do 4 Fredericks, sure. I can afford 4 Fredericks. I don't care about building any more New Mexicos, because there's just literally no point. Simplest way to describe it. Any upgrades to make? Nope, okay. Montanas. Montanas, you're gonna go to the Caribbean. And I know I took a whole bunch of stuff out of the Caribbean, so... we're gonna send the Pueblos to the Southeast Asia. I don't have... I got a couple Brooklyns over there, but not much. You are going to Southeast Asia. Oh, you're damaged. Never mind, that's why you're not moving. You're gonna go to the Caribbean with the Chicago. We shall pretty much leave the rest of that as is, I think. Mexico. There's no upgrades for you, right? No. Illinois, Montana. I have 2 Oklahomas in Southeast Asia. I'm going to send the Illinois and the Montana there, the other Montana there as well. Well, I can't send the Montana because the Montana is currently damaged for another turn. Okay, well, guys, feel free to cut my budget. I'll live. Trust me. You know, right now, I will live. You cut my budget. It's not going to significantly impact me. I still have coastal fortifications to build in places, I think, right? I don't think we got them everywhere. No, we haven't built any in the Gulf Coast whatsoever. Go ahead and start getting those built. Roll tops. New Mexico has finished her workup. A new liberal government comes in, they decrease our naval spending. Let's make that up a little bit by backing our ally unconditionally. One of our minor allies in South America is threatened by a neighbor. Tell him, you have my support. The French, you know, we get along okay with the French. You can have that. Japanese, yeah, we're allies right now, so all the more reason to give you stuff. And maybe, the next war, you'll actually be able to be useful. I mean, probably not. Look at all those freaking Camber towns they're building. Holy crap. I wish I could afford to do that, but I can't. An eccentric scientist of doubtful repute offers to sell us his latest invention in explosive shells for 1,600. You know what? It's only 1,600. I'll take it. I don't know if it actually does anything. I really can't tell if it actually did anything. I kind of get the feeling it did nothing. Italy wants to yeah, sure, Italy. Germany is interested. Are you actually going to use super? You probably will. I'm going to say no to you, Germany. Screw you. We literally just fought a war. I ain't giving you shit. Unexpected advances in subdivision and damage control. Torpedo protection 1. Wonderful. Sadly, I cannot use that unless I redesign my ships entirely, I'm afraid. You can't add torpedo defenses to existing ships. New docks complete. Coastal fortifications completed. The Colorado has been commissioned. Okay, that's another New Mexico. Germany wants to sell us cross-deck fire. Sure, I'll take it. It has the potential to be useful, I suppose. We are still 6 months out from getting our Wyoming out, which is wonderful. Tensions with the British are starting to sour again. Colorado finished the workup. The invention of the eccentric scientist has proven to be of some marginal value to our research in explosive shells. Well, nice. Russia wants to buy coastal submarines. I could use a little bit extra money, and, I mean, whatever. Aha, see, there we go. Better quality 12-inch guns. Now I have to upgrade everything that has 12-inch guns to the new one. So, at 5,000 yards, they will penetrate 8.16 inches of belt armor. Now at 5,000, they can do just over 9 inches of belt armor. And guess what most of the enemies are running around with? 9 inches of belt armor. There's a couple of 9.5s and two, well, at least the last time I looked, 2 10.5s, and I think 1 or 2 10s. But the vast majority of battleships are 9 inches on the belt. So quality 0 is just enough to get us to what we need. So let's go ahead and upgrade our Oklahomas. That is, ooh, wow, 6 months. Yeah, let's just get the Oklahomas out of the way first, and we'll do this in small batches because we're not quite sitting on tons of money. Japan wants basic weight control, sure. You could stand to have more money as well. Okay. The British have beaten me to getting out their dreadnoughts. But only just. God, they're gonna have 8 frickin' dreadnoughts. Look at the... Huh. I'm not that impressed, to be honest. I mean, 14-inch guns, the same as our Wyoming, yes. Oh my god. But 9 inches of belt armor, 18 knot speed. They just wanted to deck this thing out with guns. So they have more guns than our Wyoming. They have 10-14 inches. 3 center line with 2 in the aft. And then one set of wing turrets on each side. While our Wyoming, if we recall correctly, is 6 14-inch guns, all center line, 2 fore, 1 aft. We also are not using case mount secondaries, we are using actual true turreted secondaries. So our Wyoming is a little bit more useful into the future because we will be able to swap these 6-inch secondaries out. Or not swap them out, but make them be dual purpose, so they'll be useful against aircraft. We also have 4-inch tertiaries, which will also be able to do the same thing as well. Upgrade those to be dual purpose guns. So they have more guns than me, but at least in terms of primary. But I think our Wyomings are better ships. You know, also that 10.5 inches of belt armor. They're gonna have a hard time with that. And our ship BB Wyoming is commissioned to the Navy. During trials, it is found that the ship is easily surpassing her design speed. Wonderful. Really? I get my first dreadnought out and you say, hey, why don't we go ahead and have a disarmament conference? We should not be limited in our naval security, or our national security rather, by any restrictions imposed on us. Our scientists are happy to report that they're close to mastering improved... I don't know. Sure. Good job, guys. Got our first ever battleship. The USS Wyoming. First of our class. Japan wants to buy steam turbines. Yeah, take it. Automatic range transmitter. Thank you. You guys almost done with those Oklahomas? Yeah, you are. Okay. Let's get the other two Oklahomas. $6 months though for this. That is a little surprising. Typically, rebuilds, particularly just swapping out the guns for better quality ones, are 3 months in my experience, but shit. Okay, I didn't actually have to do that. I forgot. I wasn't paying attention. That, kids, is why you pay attention to what you're doing. Because I did not need to make a new design for that. I already had the old one. Let's go ahead and queue up a whole bunch of those, get them done. Really? The government resigns again? God damn. Unexpected. There we go. Better quality armor. Okay, Oklahomas. 2 to Southeast Asia. The Illinois also needs to be rebuilt. The New Mexicos will also need to be rebuilt, but they'll wait. Wyoming has finished her workup. Michigan has finished her reconstruction. Our scientists have made unexpected advances in turrets and gun mountings. Improved turret design. 1% weight savings on turrets. That's, I mean, useful. It's useful. It really is. You know what? I'm probably going to send all the Oklahomas to Southeast Asia. And I'll put the Montanas in the Caribbean. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. The New Mexicos, along with the Wyomings, will stay on the East Coast. Improved signaling. Less signaling errors are less likely. That's nice. New docks completed. Testing tank for hull form, reduced engine horsepower requirements. Continue upgrading our dock sizes. How do we compare to other countries? We are well ahead of the curve, but you know what? That's fine. You always want to be well ahead of the curve. World cruise. So I could increase my budget by sending old ships, but that will decrease my prestige, which is okay. Or I can send some of our newest and most powerful ships. This will raise tensions, which are already starting to get high with the British and the Russians. I don't want to go to war with the British again. I'll take the Russians, and I'll take the Germans. I don't want to deal with the British. I'll also take the French, to be honest. Yeah, I can take the French. But I'm just going to go ahead and take the prestige hit for the budget. Well, thanks, game. I just finished rebuilds of a bunch of my ships, and now you give me oil. We are well on our way to understanding contra-rotating propellers. Thank you. So we just got oil, which means I could replace the Wyomings with oil. It doesn't save us a whole hell of a lot of weight. Can increase their speed to 22 knots, though that made it to battle. No, okay, that does not make you a battle cruiser. For some reason, I was thinking that would make you a battle cruiser. I don't know why. I mean, I can't do much. I can up your speed from 21 to 22, which I probably will do, because why not? Yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade the Wyomings to oil. That will take a year. Where's the other Wyoming? It is almost done. It has another month. No, France, you don't get to have torpedo protection. You'll have to research that yourself. That is far too valuable. So I know you just finished out of the docks, but I got a rebuild for you. So go ahead and take care of that now. Anything else? Free coast. Yeah. Screw coastal guns on the west coast. Who needs them? You'd probably, though, put some on Hawaii and Midway. And Guam. Philippines already has their... Yeah, let's go ahead and get one in Guam. I've never seen 12-inch coastal battery and turrets. We're not going to mess with that, though. 10 inches are fine. Love to get better quality 14-inch. I don't know what quality guns the British have for their 14 inches that their camper towns all have. I could probably look at it if I looked at the actual design file. I don't care enough to do that, though, to be honest. You are in Oklahoma, so you go to Southeast Asia. You know what, let's go ahead and upgrade the Montanas as well. There are no more Montanas, right? No, there's one more Montana still going through a rebuild. I'll wait till they're all done. Contra-rotating propellers, that'll help us out with our torpedoes. That gets them a little extra range and speed, so range of 3,000 at a speed of 28 or 5,000 at a speed of 20. Another round of fighting is broken out among several Balkan nations. Why do we care about the Balkans? Also, so this is 1910 in the US. We will give literally no shits about the Balkans. For the most part. You know, we'll keep an eye on it, but we don't really care to get involved. I can say that with confidence. If there's anyone we're gonna blame for this, or, yeah. I mean, out of these choices, logistically speaking, the only real choices that exist are Italy, who's our ally, Russia, and Germany. The British could if they really wanted to, but I think they're kind of busy with the rest of their empire, so they kind of don't care about the Balkans too much. I want to fight the Germans, I really do. So we're gonna say it's the Germans. And the British are laying down another new battleship. The Irresistible class. Which is quite a bit bigger than the Camper Towns. Or the Camper Downs. Was I calling them Camper Towns for some reason? They're downs, not towns. Okay. Now we have a bunch of ships that are being labeled as old. So these Brooklyns are going to get a nice little oil rebuild, better fire control, better secondary guns, better tertiary. Okay, no, the tertiaries can't be improved. And I can't improve your main guns. I'm going to remove your forward torpedo because you don't need it. Guys, we still can't do two-turreted main guns below 9 inches. I can't improve yours. If I attempted to rebuild these, my choices are take you up to 9 inches in a single gun turret, or take you down to 5 inches and put you in a 3-gun turret. And I don't think I can even do 3-gun turrets yet anyway. I can't do anything about the freeboard. So let's go ahead and give these Brooklyns a upgrade. That's going to take 10 months. That's fine. After that, we will do the Olympias, but, you know, let's design a new destroyer, actually, while we're here. Yep, 700 tons, speed of 29, engine priority speed. We're gonna use oil, trusty oil. 3 torpedoes. I cannot do, yeah, multi-tube torpedoes yet. But someday soon. Also, why would I bother with the midship? Screw that. Really? You're still crowded. On the center line. Really? If I take you down to 3-inch guns, you're not. The 3-inch guns are worthless. I mean, they're okay for destroyers, I suppose, which is really what you're going to be fighting at the... Yeah. I'll let you go with the crappy 3-inch guns. We'll live. We'll live. Actually, you know what? No. So that'll affect the rate of fire of those guns. But those aren't your primary weapon anyway. So screw it. You guys are gonna have to suck up the overcrowding. And yeah. 3 torpedo tubes, just like the Jarvis's did. So these are a lot, well, I was gonna say a lot faster. They're not actually that much faster. It's a whopping 2 knots, which is okay. But it's not that much faster, it really isn't. So this is the Dale class, yep. Go ahead and do that. Industry production is soaring as new methods of technology are introduced, wonderful. Northampton has finished her workup, the Illinois has finished her reconstruction, and our scientists have made an unexpected advance in submarines. Diesel engines for submarines. Prove their reliability. That's always nice. Yep. And how expensive are these? Can I queue up? Yep, I can get 12 of them. We still have one more Montana going. Until those Montanas are done. There we go. Italy wants to sell me quality 0.11-inch gun. Yeah. Yep, that's fine, Italy. I'm not using 11-inch guns, but you never know. And it never hurts to have them. And an unexpected advance in fire control. Not a new director, though, so that's whatever. Send you to the Caribbean. You guys should be able to rebuild into the Caribbean, because apparently that's a thing. The Pueblos are in Southeast Asia. Okay, it was the Brooklyns that I was doing the upgrades on before. Let's go ahead and upgrade our Fredericks with nice new oil. No other improvements I can make to you guys. Can I up your speed a little? I could to 25. The game doesn't say you need to be a battleship at 25. I could even take you all the way up to 26. But I think I'll keep you at 25. Well, let's go and check what the enemy, namely the British. Britain, what's the speed on your most recent, okay, well this is apparently your most recent armored cruiser. 25 knots. Yeah, let's, or excuse me, it was 24 knots. I don't know why the hell I said 25. We're gonna take you up to 25. You're gonna go a little bit faster, but I'm still gonna leave myself quite a bit of extra weight remaining for planning purposes, of course. Also, because you're gonna need to be able to fit AA later. So 10 months for that, and ooh, that's actually a lot more expensive than I was expected to do all those at once. Demand that the guilty are brought to justice even at the risk of war. Well, thank you, game. I literally just ordered a bunch of 700-ton destroyers, and now you give me 900 tons. Yeah, we're just gonna stop spying on you guys for a little bit. I'm not quite ready for another war. Japan wants fire control 9-foot rangefinder. Sure. And 4 centerline turrets. Not that I plan to use them. Get the Navy League to protest the proposal. Quality negative 1 15-inch guns. Not that I plan to use them. Tensions continue to rise when I'm not quite ready. I probably shouldn't have done that. I probably should have just accepted it. Unexpected advance in hull construction. Weight savings on hull. Well, I mean, that's... Back off, Britain. I know you want to go to war again. Can't say I'm surprised by it. New docks completed. 10-inch coastal battery in Guam done. Yeah. Back off, Britain. Back off. Wyoming finished her reconstruction. I don't know if it's a great idea to give the Japanese better torpedoes, but sure. What's the worst that could happen? And the Minnesota finished as well. Wonderful. We're just going to keep waiting. 2 cruisers finished the reconstruction. The Japanese want to buy capped. Yep, you can have better AP. That's fine. Okay, those Brooklyns are in the Caribbean. I'm going to actually send this Chicago. Well, no, let's go ahead and do the upgrades to the Chicagos real quick. I'm going to send one to the North Pacific and one's going to stay in the Central Pacific. Give you better best fire control, swap you to oil. Can I make you faster? Oops, wrong button. I can. Yeah, let's get you to 22. Out of curiosity, how did the British like cruisers? Most recent that I have information about is the Sibyl class, which is 26 knots. Yeah, no. We're not catching up to that. But of course, also the Chicagos are like half the displacement. So, you know, that's a thing. So, you know, they're not doing bad for half the displacement. But, oh, you don't even have secondaries, though. Never mind. That's actually a little shocking that you actually have no secondaries whatsoever. Like, not even case mount. Seriously. 4 inches. 6 of those. Is that really? No, I don't think it's worth it. I'm just gonna not bother giving you secondaries right now. Later down the line, when I'll have even more weight savings from technologies, you'll get a replace machinery, and that'll give you a ton of weight that I'll be able to slap some secondaries on you. But for now, let's give you that. Like I said, I will let this part run a little bit long because I kind of forgot to pause my timer when I was editing the save to give us a white piece. Italy wants to give me better 9-inch guns. Yes. There's a whole bunch of our Dales finishing. So, the Olympias are in the Caribbean. Place you with oil. Anything else? Fire control. Beyond that, no. No better 4-inch guns? Nope, no better 4-inch guns. Can I give you more 4-inch guns? Can. Question is, do I want to give you more 4-inch guns? Answer to that is maybe not. I get you to 22 knots as well. I'll give you one more set. Sure. Or maybe not. I'll just update the armor on them. And same with the turret tops. Get everything up that I'm able to edit to at least 2 inches so you don't have any splinters. 2 inches makes you impervious to splintering, is my understanding of how it all works. we'll do that. The Olympias are going to be the next set to get those upgrades, which are 10 months. Everything's 10 months. Intelligence reports that the British Navy has a majority of their heavy ship in active service. What should we do? Well, I can't really do anything to the British. Let's be honest here. They have 8 frickin' dreadnoughts. They have 3 battle cruisers. We have zilch so far. They have 17 battleships to our 11 right now. They outnumber us ever so slightly in armored cruisers. We have literally 0 light cruisers. I don't care about light cruisers. They're just a pain to deal with. They outnumber us in destroyers. They have an AMC, because why not? They also outnumber us in corvettes, but, you know, we can forget about corvettes. They're not important. So let's try to avoid raising tensions. They're probably just conducting annual maneuvers. Don't fret about it. Tensions are already a little too high with them. Tell them the Navy is not a tool for increasing their profits. Don't want to raise tensions anymore. Need to let the British simmer down a little bit. The Nationalist Party manages to get Parliament to authorize an increased fund. I thank you guys. Thank you very much. Yes, Japan. The president. Nothing I can do to decrease tensions. I can take a prestige hit. Okay, what do I want to do? Gain prestige and increase tensions, lose prestige, or increase my budget and doubly increase tensions. This presumably should only affect a specific nation. I don't think it will get me to a war with any of them. I don't believe Germany and British have an alliance. The only reason Germany joined the war is because tensions somehow managed to get them over the threshold, which is like a tension level of 12 or something like that. So I'm fairly certain that they're not actually allies in any way. We haven't gotten a pop-up notifying us that Britain and Germany have created an alliance to fight back against American aggression or whatever it is that the event actually says. I don't recall. So we can piss off the Germans. It's fine. Thanks for triple turrets. And that actually didn't increase tensions that much. No, relatively speaking. I, again, still need to decrease tensions with the German, or the British. This also gives us a boatload more money to spend on upgrades. So let's get our Oklahomas. And they're all in one place. Nice, big, juicy upgrade. And since you guys are already out for a year, let's up your speed to 18. Let's give you some more ammo in your guns. I say 110. It's not the greatest, but it's better than nothing. No other upgrades I can do to you guys, it looks like. Yep, this is as good as you guys are going to get for now, and I don't think I can swap these out for turrets. Can I? No, not right now. If they were, I think it's 8-inch guns, I would be able to. But when rebuilding ships, you cannot install additional secondary guns above 6 inches in caliber, nor change turret types, so those get to stay as casemates for now. Eventually we'll swap them out for 6-inch dual purpose. Probably dual gun mounts, in fact. Can I get you to 4? Yes, I can. Wonderful. It's kind of important that you're at 4. For the simple reason that the 3 gun calibers that have dual purpose technologies are 4, 5, and 6. As a result, 3-inch caliber guns are completely worthless at the end of the day. And don't we have 2? Yeah. 2 and 3 are completely worthless. They have no reason to exist whatsoever, realistically speaking. The only time you'll ever use them is on Corvettes that you just want to have be literally as cheap as physically possible. So we've upped their rounds per gun from, what was it, 90 to 110. We've upgraded the tertiaries to 4-inch guns so they can be upgraded at some point in the future to... Actually, I can already swap these out for dual gun mounts. That's what we'll do. We'll swap you out for dual gun mounts, because the game's just going to let me do that with the tertiaries, no questions asked. That's fine. You have the best 12-inch that I can give you right now. We don't yet have quality 1, which is the best quality, even though we have -2 quality. When it comes to the positives, the highest is actually 1, not 2, as far as I can tell. Which is interesting to say the least. So 12 months for this. Buy from Russia. Handle it quietly and discreetly. Okay, this has actually gone a little bit over an hour now, so we're gonna go ahead and end this part. Tensions are rising again with the British. This time a war will probably start because of me, not because Japan started a war with them, and I felt obligated to help my ally because, you know, I kind of thought it'd be an easy war, relatively speaking. You know, I expected most of the fighting to take place in Southeast Asia, you know, in sort of the neck of the wood that Japan is in. I'd maybe be able to kind of swoop in and steal some stuff in the off the coast of the eastern seaboard. So, you know, maybe I'd be able to steal New Brunswick, but nope. Turns out that's not the case. So, oh well. We didn't manage to get lucky that last time. Probably not going to get lucky this time either if a war breaks out with Britain, so we're just going to do everything we can to avoid that. We have quite a bit of monthly balance income, so we need to spend that somewhere. What else needs? I know Guam, I just gave it to you. I don't think I've given it to anything in the Central Pacific, right? Nope, Midway still has none, so Midway, there's a nice juicy 10-inch for you. And Pearl Harbor, here's a nice juicy 10-inch for you as well. You know what? I will go ahead and give the... No, never mind. It's not worth it. I said it before. I did think of going back on it. But there's just really is no... I don't get in fights in the North American West Coast Sea region often enough to bother. That's why I don't have ships stationed there. Same in the Northern Pacific. I don't get into fights here often because nobody can invade anybody. So there's just no point. You know, if naval invasion ranges were a little bit more in some regions, you know, or there was a better base that I could use as a launching off point, or that Russia could use as a launching off point that I could invade, and then use as a launching off point to invade Kamchatka. But no, that's not a thing. So we don't really have much in the way of options for invasions, actually. Basically all the places we can invade is New Brunswick, which would then allow us to invade Nova Scotia. We would need a little bit of technology to be able to get to Newfoundland. We cannot invade Bermuda, and that will require technologies to even hope of getting that, so we'd probably just take that in a peace deal. We could invade Grand Bahama and New Providence. We can invade Jamaica. We're not able to invade Trinidad, and if we go to war with the French, I think I am actually allowed to invade Antilles somehow. I shouldn't be, but I think I am. Yeah, no. I should not be able to invade Antilles, but I think I can. Because, you know, reasons. So, yeah, we're very limited in our invasions right now, and we will continue to be very limited in invasions in the future. Since I have all this money, I'm going to go and actually dump the Maine bridges into getting upgrades. God, those just aren't worth it, though. 3 inches aren't worth it really either. And to do that, I have to decrease your gun. So no, I'll let you keep your damn crappy 2-inch guns. I can get your speed up to 28. I think I'll do that. You do suffer from overcrowding. I could remove your aft gun, but nah. We'll leave it. Rebuild 13 Bane bridges. Let's go ahead and also... Now, I don't have a lot of these Flusiers, but we'll keep them around for as long as we can. Oil. Improve your secondaries. Ship has cramped accommodations and short range. I can't do anything about that. Can't really improve your rounds per gun. Otherwise, then you take a year for a rebuild. Can I up your speed at all? Nope. Yeah, the Flusiers just aren't really that great of a design, all things considered. We're just gonna have to live with that crappy design. That's everything that's marked as old being upgraded. Also, I should probably get some new Corvettes. Well, I say new. That's not completely accurate. Get any secondaries on you? I can, yes. I think 4 is the most I can get on you, though. Oh, actually, I can only get you 2. But that's fine. It's something. Also give you colonial service, because you guys are mostly used for foreign protection, or for giving me the tonnage on foreign stations, and colonial service gives you a bonus to that. I don't recall what it is off the top of my head, but it gives a bonus to it. I can get you up to 21, but then I can't do any upgrades on you whatsoever, and I will probably want to give you guys mines in the future. So let's go ahead and, yep, you guys go ahead and start working on that Lake Michigan design. Also, how many subs do I got? The almanac's easier to look at. I have 18. Russia has 16 and building 2 more. Japan has 16 and they're building 2 more, which will get them... Yep, nope, we're building more subs. Subs are very useful. They're also fairly cheap. Especially since, for some reason, I have tons of money now. I don't know why, I just do. So we'll live with it. And, you know what, that'll be it for this part, yeah. So I will see you all next time, where we will maybe be getting into another war with the British, hopefully not. If I get into war with anybody, I would prefer for it to be the Germans, because they have some nice, easy, free stuff I can take. And still gain the full war reparations. So, yeah, I'd much prefer to go to war with the Germans than anybody else right now. I mean, the French are a close second. They are, but the Germans are my #1 I want to go to war with. So I will see you all next time, but until then, goodbye and farewell.